Happy Saturday. Welcome to the video. I barely filmed this week, so we're just gonna start it here because you don't need to see me randomly running, because you've seen me randomly running kind of for 14 weeks now. So I am here in Houston and I am getting ready for my shakeout run. It's busy, just waiting for the sun to come up. And yeah, I got my bib yesterday. I got all settled into my hotel, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a good day tomorrow. It's supposed to be crazy windy, like as windy as the windiest day I've ever told you I've had in Salida. Like 20 mile per hour winds, all like straight across the board, which advantage me. At least I'm used to it. I have raced here when it's windy before. It's a loop, so it gives and it takes. I just have to kind of roll with it. Know it's gonna affect things, but gotta keep the mind right. But I will check in with you more later. I'm gonna get my run done, get my whole food shop in, and just try to settle in for the day of relaxing. Checking in from the couch. I am normateching, reading my book, and having a nice relax. I thought today was gonna be super duper relaxing, and then went for my run. That was great. Ran really fast. Yay, coming down from altitude. Yay. Then I went and saw my friend and athlete Meredith running the 5K, and then she and I hung out for a really long time, and then I met up with one of my other athletes, Kristen, who lives here, and we went to a coffee shop that I think is a really good restaurant, breakfast place, pastry place, and had a coffee. That was fun. I got to meet a young woman who's going after her BQ tomorrow. Talked to her and her mom and her friend all about ultra running, and it was super cute and fun. We had a nice conversation. So I ended up basically socializing all morning and then made it to Whole Foods around midday. So yeah, busier than I thought I would be, but that's good. Time is passing. Getting stoked for tomorrow. I feel like all of the stress that I've had leading up to this race this week has had a lot of highs and lows of anxiety. I'm in a good place now. this is not a test. This is a day, and I just really want to enjoy it. And I've been doing this for so long, and I don't know how many more years I have at my peak, or how long my body's gonna stay healthy, things like that. But for now, I'm just gonna run with enjoyment and gratitude, and go out there and kick the wind in its butt and do what I can. And I finally feel like I'm reached a place where every time I line up, it's not a referendum on if I'm a good runner or not. Like I have, after this is 20 years of marathoning, I think I've some good evidence that I'm a good marathoner. Just like 19 years in ultra running, I think I have some decent evidence that I am a good ultra runner. So I just want to really enjoy myself, and I enjoy myself when I'm pushing myself and I'm challenging myself. It's not about going easy, but it is about being present for the experience and not just focusing on the outcome. So excited for that. I'm going to continue to squeeze, continue to read, hydrate, leave dinner time soon, and yeah, getting excited. Sunday morning, race day, it's finally here. Whew. Didn't sleep that well. I mean, I slept fine according to my Oura ring, but I felt like I tossed and turned. And I don't feel that peppy this morning. So, all the pre-excuses. Don't feel that well, didn't sleep that well, it's windy outside. It is. It's currently 22 miles per hour wind. I can hear it howling outside the hotel. But we can't do anything about any of those things now, so I'm just gonna go out and have a day, whether that's a 2:40 or a 3-hour or a 3:30. I'm just gonna make it through the day and do what I can and enjoy being here, because that's my goal, is to enjoy this and to be grateful for the opportunity after so much time. So I am just having my coffees, having my journal, and getting rip-roaring and ready to go. I'm excited to get started after thinking about this for so long, and it'll be over before I know it. I just looked at the weather. It's just to see how cold it is. It's 35, which is better than the -2 it is at home. But it says it feels like 23, and wind gusts up to 43 miles an hour, 22 miles per hour, pretty steady. So this is an adventure, just like home. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm very curious to figure out what 23 feels like here. I don't have tights, so I think I'll be fine in shorts, but we're gonna find out. It is a little bit after 6. I am all in my throwaway clothes because it is cold, as I've mentioned. I am basically 2 blocks from where I enter the ADP corral, where I'll toss this and hat and sweatshirt and everything else because it is not warm. So I'm gonna try to stay warm for as long as possible. Rip all of this off shortly before 6:55. Yeah, so I'm in a really convenient location. My corral, I can get into it basically until 6:40, so I could stay here for a really long time, but the nerves will take me out into the cold sooner. Plus, I gotta get into my porta potty lines and jog about and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, almost ready to go.
Yeah, Devin! Yeah, Devin! Love you!
Okay, we are done. Got it done. Oh my goodness. I have to kind of laugh because that was so ridiculous. You'd think because I live in a windy place, I would be more emotionally prepared. I guess I was emotionally prepared for the wind. The wind was insane. Like, I mean, I had expected, I knew where the worst part was going to be, but we were just getting thrown around like the entire day. There was really no respite from the start. Like, I mean, at the start I was running like 6:10s and I felt like I was running a 5:40 basically because of how hard the wind was blowing. But I ran a 2:50 and I'm not like stoked on that time, but given the fact that the wind was so brutal and like unrelenting, I'm really proud of how I showed up and like the attitude I took. You know, I had hoped that I could enjoy the race, but I will say that at least I didn't stress myself out. I just kind of made good choices and like didn't push to try to, like I didn't try to break myself because the conditions were so bad. So I kind of cruised through the first half as well as I could. It was right around, it was just under 124, like 123 something. But basically starting at mile 13 all the way to mile 19, the wind was just full on headwind, like brutal. Like my pace went from 6:22 down to 6:44 pace. So the first half was 6:22. And then I did that next section and it was 6:44. I stopped at a porta potty, like mile 18, 19. It took like a minute or so to use the bathroom, because why not at that point? Like, what's a minute? might as well be comfortable, if I'm gonna just be suffering in the wind. But I was able in the last 10K to push it back down to mid. It probably would have been 6:20 again, but there was another brutal mile in there that was like a 6:45 because of the wind. But like, my legs felt good, and I was pushing the right effort. I mean, the last part I was trying to push up to threshold. It's just like the effort that I was putting in, I was getting nothing out of it, which is hard. So I'm very proud of myself for getting through that and for staying positive and present and like not getting frustrated. But I'm also disappointed because I didn't train for a 250. I was training for a 240 or a 237 and just really didn't get the chance to go after that. So it's kind of an ambiguous feeling, which is fine. That's life. I can hold feelings of pride and disappointment at the same time. But yeah, I mean, I passed a ton of people at the end because I was really trying to push it. My legs felt like I didn't feel great today. I felt a little off, a little like just not great. My energy wasn't great. Like, I didn't feel peppy, but I think that's more of like altitude and the cold. Like, one of the things that I don't know if I've talked about this, is barometric pressure. But because it was almost 70 degrees today and then it was 37 this morning, it means the barometric pressure dropped really fast, and barometric dropping that fast can make you feel sick. So I think that played into how I was feeling today, just not feeling like amazing, but like my legs don't even hurt right now. Like, my legs are not sore. I was able to, I think I pushed the last half mile at sub 6 pace, even into the wind. Like, I fueled really well. I hit my 90 grams an hour. Like, I felt really solid energy wise and very smooth throughout. Just didn't equate to the time that I wanted. Yeah, those 43 mile per hour wind gusts were not, they were something, that's for sure. So onwards and upwards, onto ultra running season. I'm currently planning on Black Canyon, but I'm gonna sit with this and see how I feel about things and what I want to do next, if it's that or if it's something else. I will figure it out, but yeah, this is it. I'm not sure if I'll be making more videos anytime soon, but I will do my best to stay on YouTube. But if you have ideas about what you want to see versus like a weekly training vlog, let me know, and maybe I'll do that. So yeah, thanks for joining me for this training block. It has been an amazing training block. Like, I'm so excited to have been healthy on the start line. I'm very grateful for that. So all in all, a win is a win. We got to the finish line. We did our best. We battled through the conditions, and we got it done. So I will see you later.